TicketFM.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Power Hour with two-time national champion Todd Uhlir. Powered by Window World of Lincoln and Set the Bar Subs on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. What's up, Jackson? How we doing? Welcome to another electrifying episode of the Power Hour. I'm your host, Todd Uhlir. A little earlier than usual. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska. Not that it's nowhere, but I am literally like 2.5 miles from Chimney Rock, which I've never seen before. Have you seen that, Jackson? Chimney Rock? I can't hear you, Jackson. Sorry. Can I hear you now? Little technical difficulties, but you can hear me, Jackson. I can't hear you. That's cool. I can talk a lot. I got sun in my eyes. I'm all over the place here. But I'm out here in Bayard, Nebraska. Girls Class B District 4 wrestling tournament. My daughter is a senior. She's in the semifinals. She'll be wrestling here in about 2.5 hours. So we had to move the show up so that we could so I didn't miss it. Like, I'm not going to miss her semifinal match. She's the 4th seed going against the number 1 seed. We'll jump into that a little bit more here in a bit. But Jackson, ever been to Chimney Rock?
I have been to Chimney Rock. I have. Yeah. I went there when I was a little kid.
So it took me 50 years of living in Nebraska to make it to Chimney Rock. So
interesting. I'm a Floridian.
Yeah, and I mean, I just never. And my brother Tony lives in Sydney, which is less than an hour away from here, and never made it up here. It's pretty cool. I went out there yesterday morning. I was going to do my workout. If you guys follow me at all, I work out every single day. Today was 273 weeks in a row. That's 1,911 days. I am what they call Mr. Consistency. Today was a hotel workout, run the rack for about 25 minutes, just triceps, biceps until I couldn't go anymore. Good 25-minute workout, got her done. And but I was all planning. I got up before sunrise, drove out to Chimney Rock. I'm like, I'm going to work out when the sun's coming up on Chimney. Like, I always think of crazy things like that. And it was super cold. And I know this, but the sign said, rattlesnakes have been seen here, stay on the sidewalk. And I thought, well, it's cold. And I know there's not rattlesnakes right now, right? Like, they're not out. But like, that is my one thing. Like, if you want to scare me, you want like gardener snake, it don't matter. I don't like snakes whatsoever.
Yeah, they got all sorts of signs posted out there. I remember that.
Yeah, they got signs all over. And I'm like, because I really thought, like, I'm going to just jog out to the, I didn't know. I'd never been there. I'm going to jog out there and jog back. I don't like to run either. So that was another thing. But so I got back in the car, went back to the hotel, and got there. I was like, I'm good. I saw it. I took some pictures. I know I've been there. But we're out here. It's beautiful, to be honest, to see and to kind of see all the bluffs and stuff out here. And I thought I parked in a good spot. I'm literally outside Bayard High School waiting to go in after the show. It's kind of cool. I bring the show from all over the place. I've been in Arizona. I've been in pretty much every small town, Nebraska. So, it's really, you're seeing Todd traveling, and it's kind of fun. But today, I think there's a big football game going on tomorrow.
I think so. I think it's called the Super Bowl.
Some kind of football game going on tomorrow. I may be rooting for one team way more than the other. So we're gonna dive into that a little bit today. We're gonna dive into girls high school wrestling because I think it's just an amazing sport. Obviously, a little biased since my daughter does it, but I don't think when I tell kind of the story of my daughter and what wrestling's done for her, and talking with a lot of the parents of girls wrestlers, a lot of similar stories out there, and so I'm excited to share that. We'll do that in the second segment, and then we'll do some Super Bowl picks since there's the game going on. But I think everybody thinks the NFL is scripted, thinks the refs have given it to the Chiefs, things like that. So I kind of want to get maybe the text line fired up here today. Starter Heyman Jewelers text line 402-464-5685. Let's hear how bad it is out there, all you Chiefs haters, because I've been a Chiefs fan since Marcus Allen was traded to the Chiefs back in long time ago. I've gone through the lean years, all that stuff, and obviously, if they can secure a third Super Bowl in a row, you have to call them the greatest franchise ever. Maybe not franchise, but at least the greatest run ever. The Miami Dolphins, obviously undefeated. That has not been matched, although I think the Patriots, won. Were they 18-1, something like that? I mean,
they were undefeated
like
going
that.
into the Super Bowl when Eli Manning beat them.
Yeah, and so they actually won more games than the Miami Dolphins did. I think the Miami Dolphins
I
were
think
like
so. I think because there was 2 added regular season games,
so there's more games added. So, and of course somebody's gonna call me. So I think we can if the Chiefs win, and that's a big if because everybody's saying it's already scripted and the Eagles are gonna win, and but I'm holding out hope. I've heard so much stuff about this, and so just want to get everybody else's take on it, what they think, how they think the game's going to go. I mean, it's a rematch, and I've so many people I've heard say, "Oh, that's the last Super Bowl I wanted to watch," stuff like that. But could you imagine if it would have been like, Washington and the Bills? I think that would have been worse. But personally, although and they did hand out awards this week in the NFL, right? I was super pumped for what's his name, the Buffalo Bills quarterback. He took home the MVP. Josh, how come I'm losing his
Josh
name?
Allen.
Allen, yeah, I love that guy's story. Being a former walk-on at Nebraska and having that dream of playing in the NFL at some point. Seeing what this guy went through. If you guys haven't followed his story, go look it up. It's pretty amazing. Like nobody gave this guy a chance, and here he is.
Nebraska beat him.
Yeah, and now he's the NFL MVP. So literally, and that's something we talk about inside of the STB locker room. And once again, thanks to our sponsors, Set the Bar Sups and Window World of Lincoln for helping us out with the show. But inside the locker room, you can accomplish just about anything you want with the right amount of time and the right amount of effort and the right amount of focus, right? And so I think that's Josh Allen's story just is one of those stories that you can't. And once again, I'm a Chiefs fan, but I love watching individuals rise above the circumstances, beat all the odds, and do what a guy like Josh Allen's done, right? And who would have ever thought? I still think I didn't even know who Patrick Mahomes was when he got drafted. Like he's this Texas Tech quarterback. I'm like, Texas Tech, like he's not a
and he had some
good
games in college.
Yeah, he had some like him and Baker Mayfield. It was like 102, 101 to 102 or something like that. It was
they
crazy
combined
team.
for it was close to 1,000, if not 1,000, passing yards in one game. It was
in
crazy.
one game. Yeah. So I mean, it's always fun to kind of see those things. But I had no clue who Patrick Mahomes was, and I don't think the rest of the world might have known who he was except for Andy Reid, right? Andy Reid kind of just fit him into his system absolutely perfectly. And once again, it comes down to like when I was younger growing up, I didn't think coaching meant a lot. I like, hey, you got a bunch of talent, you know, but the older I get, the more I see how important the coaching was that I was blessed to have with my high school football coach, with my college football coaches, with Coach Osborne, Coach Solich, being around Charlie McBride, guys like that. Coaching is important, and they get paid some pretty good money for it. And I think obviously what's going on at Nebraska right now with coaching, right? Pretty excited. Mike Eckler coming in as special teams coach. I know, my son's on the team. They basically been said, hey, if you want to make the team, you got to make it on special teams. So I think hopefully him and Mike become good buddies. And I know Trent's a little crazy, and I know Mike's a little crazy, so it should be a good match. Excited to kind of see what comes from that. But I think rules, obviously with a couple coaches departing, things like that, you got to right the ship. And I think he's done a pretty good job of that. And then obviously recruiting, right? And I think once again, Nebraska's done a great job in the portal this offseason. Let's pray it pays some dividends, right? So, but yeah, I think it's all going to come down in the Super Bowl to who makes the last play. I mean, it's kind of that way with any Chiefs game this year. They haven't been this absolutely dominating, beat you by, and just have a 3 touchdown lead or anything. It's just been last second, and it continues in the playoffs, right? So I think if the Eagles give Patrick Mahomes an opportunity at the end, they're in trouble, right? And if they don't, then the Eagles will be able to secure a Super Bowl win, which I'm hoping doesn't happen. But I think it'll be interesting to really see the dynamics of the game. Obviously, both teams been here. I was hoping we did get Washington. I thought that would have been an easier way to win the Super Bowl than because Washington hasn't been there in so long, so they may get caught up in all the whole hype and all the stuff going on. But the Eagles are hungry. They had a great regular season. They had a great playoff run. I think they have all the tools to win this game, but they don't have Patrick Mahomes, right? They don't have. Well, let's make everybody mad. They don't have Taylor Swift cheering for them either, and all the Swifties. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan by any means, but I'm not a hater either. But it's not like I'm listening to Taylor Swift during my workouts or anything. It doesn't happen. I do listen to some of her. I got a couple songs that hard rock bands have remade of hers that I dig.
Oh yeah.
It is on my list when they're screaming their stuff. But yeah, I think it's the biggest game of the year. Who's gonna win? What's it gonna look like? I just don't think there's going to be a ton of scoring. I don't know. Saquon Barkley's going to be, to me, the deciding factor. I mean, you really
I agree.
Look at it. If Kansas City cannot contain Saquon, we're in trouble. I hate to say we're, but they're in trouble. I feel like I'm part of the team, but I'm not. I think that's going to be such a huge factor in what he does, right? And they spent a lot of money on the guy, and the Giants thought he was done. Just had an outstanding year. So fun to watch. Once again, I'm a player fan more than anything. Obviously, Chiefs are my team, but to watch a guy do what he did this year in the little jump thingy, I mean, it's just been outstanding. And as a former running back, it's just awesome to see that he's elevated that team so much with what he does. So I think that's going to be a huge factor. Can Kansas City contain Saquon? And I don't know if we can or they can. It's just he is just game in and game out, shown up and absolutely dominated. And it's like I said, as a running back, as a player fan, it's fun to watch. As a guy that was written off, never really used in New York the way he could have been used, or never really been surrounded with the guys he needed to be surrounded with to be successful, right? I mean, a lot of people would say, those first years in New York were a bust, but now he's, proven what can happen when you surround yourself with the right people, with the right coaches, with the right offensive line, with the right mindset. And that's so, so true. Like, you become the people you surround yourself with, right? And Saquon got moved to a team that wins with great coaching and great mindset. And he's elevated his game to a level, a lot of people thought there was no way he would ever play at this level, much less, this far into his career, right? I don't know what year he is, but I mean, for a running back, he's old, right? Like, he's old for a running back. Most of them don't make it this long, much less have a season like he had this year. So, super pumped to kind of see that matchup. I think that will be the deciding factor at the end of the day. It won't be Patrick Mahomes. It won't be that. It'll be, can the defense stop Saquon from controlling the clock, right? And we all know it's going to come down to the last possession. And so if Saquon can get first downs and keep the clock rolling and keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands, Kansas City's in trouble.
Saquon's got all the cards in his favor. He's coming off of an Offensive Player of the Year, and the Super Bowl is actually on his birthday. He's playing on his birthday in the Super Bowl.
And how old is he? Like 38? No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, he's got.
How old is he? We'll have to look. He's not young anymore. 27. Yeah, I mean, in running back years, he's 50. I played running back.
He'll be turning 28.
He's turning 28.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, they say dog years, right? 7 years for every year for dogs. Yeah, running backs is pretty similar in the NFL because and it's always crazy. I always hear, people that maybe never played outside of high school are like, man, why is he running out of bounds? Why doesn't he take that linebacker on? I would have done this. And I'm like, no, you wouldn't have. Like, I promise you wouldn't have done that. When you get hit by some of these linebackers, you learn really, really quick what battles to pick and what battles not to pick, and especially when you're getting paid at a high level.
Oh yeah,
to perform, much different. And there is sometimes I do see guys kind of ducking and that kind of stuff, and I'm like, but at the same token, like, it's their paycheck, right? And they are getting paid to perform, but they're not, if you get hurt, you can't perform, and you don't get paid in the NFL. So I see a lot of that stuff being, there's some borderline stuff, like those receivers coming across the middle. They've obviously changed the rules from when I grew up playing football. Thank goodness. Because we saw some nasty stuff growing up, and there was no way I was ever playing wide receiver. I thought guys that wanted to play wide receiver were crazy. At least at running back, I could see who was coming to hit me for the most part, and try to either avoid them or, hit them harder than they're going to hit me. That worked really well in high school. It didn't work so well in college when I was going against the 93 defense on scout team. Not a lot of fun. Not a lot of fun at all. Still have PTSD from that, which wasn't a thing back in 93 either. They didn't, there was no PTSD. Now I know what it is, what I've been dealing with for the last 30 years is PTSD from all the hits I took on scout team running back. So thanks, 93 defense. Mike Anderson, I know he owns Anderson Ford out in Grand Island. Thanks, buddy. You'd still give me nightmares. Great guy, though. But, he was just doing his job, right? So, and at the end of the day, I signed up for it. I actually walked on. I paid to be there and get pretty much abused for, 6 months. It was an interesting time in my life to think that I paid to be there for that. But it was all worth it in the end. I, was able to earn a scholarship and be on the 94, 95 national championship teams. And that's been a game changer, honestly, just showing me once again the power of mindset, showing up, being consistent, doing the things that others aren't willing to do in order to get something that others will never have, right? So not many people can say they're back-to-back national champions. Not many people, can say they were on scholarship on a national championship team. Even though I may not have contributed to stat line very much, it was still, I still like, and it's awesome because when you meet up with the guys, we had our 30-year reunion for the 94 team of the Colorado game, every guy, you feel just as important as Tommy Frazier, honestly. Like none of the coaches made you feel any different. And that was the great part of Nebraska in the 90s, was every single person was held at a high level. And I think that's getting back to that now, as my son's there as a walk-on, which hopefully he's got a long road ahead of him to make the 105. So we'll be following that thing here in the future as well. So let's jump to our first break, Jackson. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little high school girls wrestling. All the districts are going on right now. So these girls are trying to punch their ticket to the state meet, which is now separate from the boys. So that's awesome. They've got their own state meet. We got Class A, Class B, 4 districts going on right now. We'll talk a little bit of that when we come back on the Power Hour. Stay with us, and we'll be right back here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your list, you can check it off at the Nebraska Builders Home and Garden Show, February 7th through the 9th at the Sandhills Global Events Center. With over 200 businesses under one roof, you'll find the latest in home innovations and experts to handle your dream projects. Admission is just $10, and children 12 and under are free. For more information, visit the Home and Garden Show online at hbal.org.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Abby with Midwest Bank. Stop by our new location at 70th and Pioneers. Our new full-service branch does it all. From our friendly staff to our easy online banking and mobile app, you get all the technology of a big bank that you need, but you still get the hometown customer service that you want. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
The Jerky Bowl has kicked off at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska. From now until halftime of the big game, every online order gets you entered into their incredible giveaway. The grand prize is a 30-bag jerky sample pack, $225 value, while second place is a 15-bag sample pack, while third place is a Be Mine jerky box. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Order now at smokinggunjerky.com, and if you enter promo code EARLY, you'll not only get 10% off your order, but also be entered twice for the drawing. It's the Jerky Bowl at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith. Innovation has a name. Call Patriot Plumbing at 402-464-7411 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-464-7411.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Uhlir, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual Planter Clinic at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Hastings, February 19th and 20th. This hands-on event offers expert training on John Deere planters and performance upgrades, covering topics such as new technology, in-cab monitors, maintenance points, and options to increase your operations profits. New this year, classes on autonomy preparation and exact shot. Don't miss Landmark's Planter Clinic, February 19th and 20th in Hastings. Learn more at landmarkimp.com/events.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Back to the Power Hour with Todd Uhlir on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Power Hour. I'm your host, Todd Uhlir. I'm here with Jackson. What's up, buddy? We've got girls high school wrestling districts. Class B, there's two classes now in Nebraska. This is the first year that they've gone to two classes. So excited about that so many girls have gotten involved that we've had to break it into classes. Don't know how they decided to do that, but because it's kind of crazy. So we've got four districts. Girls trying to punch their ticket to state. And so girls B1 district, after the first day, UTAN is leading B1 with 44 points. They have 6 girls in the semifinals. Wood River is number 2 with 4 girls in the semifinals. And Boone Central, back towards my neck of the woods, is in third with 38.5 points with 5 girls in the semifinals. And Arlington is fourth with 4 girls at 35.5. So B2, Minden is leading that one with 51.5 points. Minden just won the first ever state duels. Our Battle Creek girls got 4th in state duels. It was the first ever time that they held girls state duels. It was kind of cool. And so Minden's leading that one with 51.5 points with 5 girls in the semifinals. Lakeview, Columbus Lakeview, very good team. In second with 50 points and 7 semifinalists. Auburn with 41 with 4, and Fort Calhoun 36 with 4. So your B3 in Pierce, Nebraska, which guys, my daughter goes to Battle Creek High School. We're literally 12 miles away from Pierce, maybe a little bit further than 12, but it seems like that. Maybe you can get there in 12 minutes. And we are 6 hours away in Bayard, Nebraska for this district. So, but Pierce is leading that district with 61 points and 5 girls in the semis. West Holt in second with 6 girls in the semis. Crofton, Bloomfield with 5 girls in the semis, and Wakefield in third. And then finally, the B4 district, it's where the Battle Creek girls are. Conestoga, 37.5 points with 7 in the semis. My daughter is facing a girl from Conestoga in the semis, so that will be an interesting match. Haven't ever seen her before. It's going to be number 1 versus number 4. My daughter's number 4th seeded, and this girl's number 1, so she's got to work cut out for her. Bridgeport in second with 36 and 5 in the semis. Summerlin 35 with 5, and Battle Creek 34 with 4. So that's the tightest, really, district. Is B4. I think B4, honestly, just by kind of looking at all the districts, is definitely probably the toughest district, and that's where we're at. So that's all right. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I just, shout out to all the coaches, all the communities, all the schools that got behind girls wrestling. Have you been to a girls wrestling meet, Jackson?
I have not. I have never.
You need to come check out the state meet in Omaha. It's in 2 weeks. Well, week and a half. It's the 17th, 18th. It's Tuesday, Wednesday. Not next week, but the week after. These girls can wrestle. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's still some that are learning. It's new to them, that kind of thing that goes but there's some top quality wrestling in this sport. And like when my daughter said she was going to go out for wrestling her sophomore year, I was like, okay, good luck. Like, and she's just absolutely taken to it, and she's gotten better and better. I think she's 39-7 right now, which just absolutely blows my mind. That because the most wins I ever had in high school was 36 my senior year. So she's taken out her dad's win total. She's taken out all of her uncle's win totals. And she's just absolutely enjoying the process. She won her first match yesterday with a pin in 46 seconds. And then, second round had a girl from Shadron. Once again, we haven't seen a lot of these girls because we wrestle in Northeast Nebraska and we're way out here in the Panhandle. So a lot of these teams we never see. Had a girl from Shadron, and that went 7-2. And with the win to get her into the semifinals. We've got 3 other girls from Battle Creek in the semifinals. Ella Reeves, who's been just a dominant wrestler for the last 4 years. She's placed second at state, fourth at state. I think she has another second in there, so she's placed all 3 years. And so she's going for another state medal, hopefully. She should win her semifinal and punch her ticket. And then we got Lily Mefford, who's a sophomore, who's come on strong at the end of the year, and really, she's the number 1 seed in this district. And then we got Taylor Allman, who's the number 1 seed as well, both in the semifinals. So we could end up with, hopefully 4 girls in the finals today, 4 girls punching their ticket. We got a couple girls in the wrestlebacks that we're hoping we can also get to state. We got Briley Kaler, Alexis Hoffman, Emma. I can't think of Emma's last name right now. Our little 100-pounder, Emma Peterson. So excited. It's going to be a great day of wrestling out here in Bayard. It's going to be a long drive home, but it'll be all worth it. So the sport of girls wrestling has grown so much in Nebraska. And I remember walking into the first tournament that I ever attended because my daughter was wrestling, and I don't think I would have went otherwise. But I walked in, and there was 550 girls wrestling at this tournament in Columbus. 550 girls wrestling. Okay. And I was like, holy smokes. They had like 8 mats. It was nuts. And it took all day. Like literally they started at 8 a.m. and we got done at 9 p.m. And it was, and I thought, well, it's pretty cool, but it's a really long day to watch my daughter wrestle 3 or 4 matches. Right. So,
yeah.
But what I took from it when I walked in as a parent, as an athlete, was all these girls doing work, right? Getting after it, being part of a team. It was really my daughter's first ever sport. I mean, she did track in through the shot and disc, but not at any. I mean, she was doing it because her brother did it, And then she got a little frustrated because her brother was like a freak at track and she was not. So she didn't know why he was good and she struggled. And I said, well, he's been in the weight room a lot longer than you have. But so just seeing all these girls, and I thought to myself, most of these girls probably wouldn't have been playing basketball. And I thought, what an opportunity for these girls to learn, discipline, consistency, to learn to be part of a team, and how to come back. There's very few undefeated undefeated wrestler. So learning to deal with loss and things like that, it just really kind of blew my mind, and I really embraced it, and I'm glad my daughter did too. So in fact, I tell people a lot of times that it might have saved her life, right? Because at that point in her life, she didn't have a ton of friends. She was a little different. She was a little overweight. You know, I wouldn't, and she hates me talking about this, but her first year she wrestled at 170, and we had to cut 15 pounds to get there, to get her to 170. Now she's wrestled 145 the last 2 years, and she's as fit as she's ever been. I mean, she does pull-ups. She pushes herself. I get to train with her every single day, which is awesome for me. Trent and I trained a lot together with him growing up. And he started kind of going his own way, and now obviously off to college. He did make the little Husker hype video yesterday for like a fraction of a second. I caught it. It's on my Facebook page. So him and his training partner made the little hype video yesterday. So for the Huskers, but getting to train with her, and just being able to connect with my daughter on a different level that I never got to connect that way with my two older daughters, has been an awesome experience for me. And it wouldn't have happened if she wouldn't have went out for wrestling, or if there wasn't wrestling available to her. And once again, I go to all these tournaments. I talk to a lot of the dads, and it's a lot of the same stories, right? Except for most of them don't train with their daughters. I might be one of the only dads that actually, gets up, and we have our little routine and the things we get done every day, right? So, because she missed out on going to state last year, and she's like, Dad, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to state next year, right? She's like, and she has come so far. She actually lost to the third-ranked girl 3 times this season. That's 3 of her 7 losses. The other 4 losses one came to a girl at 145, but the other 3 were 155-pound. One is the number 1 girl in Class A at 155 pounds. So her losses have been to really good people, but she learned from those losses. Ended up beating that third-ranked girl twice now, who's in a different district. So really excited about the day. Hopefully it goes well. It's wrestling. Anything can happen at any time, and especially girls wrestling. It's just until you experience it, it's just a little different. And it seems like there's less total domination, by individual girls. Although there's a girl at UTAN that, man, this was a couple tournaments back, got her 150th pin of her career, which is insane, right? Just to put that in perspective, Ryan Stussy Jr. has 126 pins, and he has the Battle Creek boys record with 126 pins in his career. And this girl has 150 pins at UTAN. So UTAN kind of pioneered a lot of the girls wrestling. So they were kind of ahead of the curve. They had these girls coming up, and they all had to wrestle boys, and so they got really good wrestling boys. I mean, you once again, you become who you surround yourself with when it comes to athletic ability, right? We talked about that with Saquon being able to really come out and have a great year because he got surrounded by the right people. So it's girls high school wrestling. It's gonna be awesome to have their own state tournament. Once again, I believe that's Tuesday, Wednesday, right before the boys tournament. And I would be amiss if I didn't talk about the boys wrestling side of stuff today. Is state duels, A, B, C, and D state duels going on in Kearney, which isn't far from. Well, it's not close, but it isn't. I will be going by there on the way home. Battle Creek is the defending state champion tournament team. They've not won a state dual title, but if this is the year they're going to do it, I think they're primed to win Class C. I think they got the 3rd seed, so I think David City has the 1st seed. Minden, I believe, has the 2nd seed, and then Battle Creek has the 3rd seed. So Shout out to all the guy wrestlers today as well at state duels. I know. Have you ever been to a state duels?
No,
Jackson?
I have not.
It is crazy. Even the girls, like, I couldn't believe how electric the atmosphere was for the duels, and the boys gets even crazier because there's four mats going on versus the girls who are just, well, take that back. There's 16 mats going on for the boys and 4 just for the girls. So it gets crazy. Duels are pretty fun, and so I know I'll be tuning in, watching online. I know you can watch the state duels online somewhere. I don't know where the link is. I'm sure Battle Creek has shared it. I'm sure a lot of schools have shared it, but you can watch those online today. I believe they're underway already because I'm way out here in Mountain Time. So it's only 8:43. I had to cross a whole time zone to get here. Not that I'm whining about the travel for our district 6 hours away. But thanks, NSAA. I know John Oliver. I think he's the head of it. I actually grew up playing sports against John, so I need to reach out to him and tell him thank you for the travel. I got to see Chimney Rock, so it's something different, right? It's the first time I've got to see that, so got to get out of your comfort zone sometimes, Jackson. And just do it. So. But yeah, excited. It's going to be an exciting day in wrestling. Both boys and girls. Class A districts, Norfolk, where I'm from, up in that area, is one of the top teams. They won Class A state duels last week. Came down to the last match. Aisley Hoffman, who happens to be like my wife's cousin's kid, like crazy. Like, ended up winning that match to secure the Class A state duel. Like, it was nuts. And it's the last match of the day. Everybody was around the mat. It was amazing. It was a great environment. So shout out to high school wrestling, both boys and girls. Get it done today. So I think that's it. I don't know what I have left for this segment, Jackson. We can probably go to break, and then we'll come back. We'll talk Super Bowl predictions. We'll talk what's going on next week, and maybe just a little more Husker football. So when we come back, let's get some Super Bowl predictions from the Sartor Heyman Jewelers text line, 402-464-5685. And maybe if you have a question or two for me, shoot it out, and we'll be back here on 93.7 The Ticket with the Power Hour.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Uhlir, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Patriot Plumbing at 402-464-7411 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-464-7411.
February is American Heart Month, the perfect time to focus on your health. Even a small change can make a big impact on your heart health. Try adding a vegetable to your dinner or a no-salt seasoning. Looking for support in making these small changes? Join a healthy living program to learn about healthy lifestyle changes with a supportive and encouraging group. Search Chronic Disease Nebraska for more information. Paid for by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe. Back to the Power Hour with Todd Uhlir on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back for the last segment. I am your host, Todd Uhlir. It's the Power Hour. I just saw something, Jackson, that just absolutely piqued my interest, and I have to share it on this last segment. So, according to Sports Illustrated,
okay,
the football's 10 best programs all time. All right. So, number 1, guess.
I'm just gonna go out. I'm just gonna go Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama number 1. Number 2.
It's got to be somewhere up there is like a Yale because they won like 1,000 titles in the 20s, but maybe not this early. I'm gonna go Notre Dame.
Close. They're number 5.
Okay, they're number 5. So number 2. Who would be number 2? Penn State, maybe.
Penn State didn't make the top 10.
They didn't make the top 10.
Right.
Who'd be number 2?
They have a Coliseum. Give you a hint.
Is it USC?
USC, believe it or not. I
USC's
don't know.
2 of all time. Interesting.
Yeah. Number 3.
Number three.
Their coach just got a contract extension.
Oh, so Ohio State. State.
Man, hey, good. So to all my Ohio buddies, I got a ton of clients out in Ohio that literally could not stop telling me that they need Ryan Day fired after the Michigan loss. He needs to go. He just got a contract extension, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. So that Ohio State's number 3. Guess who number 4? Most hated team in Nebraska ever.
OU?
OU. I don't know how. Yeah, OU number 4.
This
already
is a
said
very interesting list.
Yep. You said Notre Dame was number 5.
Notre Dame was number 5.
Number 6.
I mean, surely Nebraska's on this list somewhere.
Number 6 is Go Blue.
Go Blue. U of M.
Who's that?
Michigan.
All right. Just say. And then number 7. I'll give you a little hint.
Oh, UT.
Yeah,
Texas
is number 7. And then the Dogs are in number 8.
Georgia.
All right. Number 9.
Oh, man.
Go Big Red.
Oh, better be. We better be on there.
Yeah. Number 9. I'm having a hard time. And then number 10 is LSU.
I'm surprised there isn't like a Yale or like one, because some of those Ivy League schools, they won like all the titles like in the 1920s. So they always end up on these lists, but in reality, they're not really,
Maybe this is from the last 100 years instead of 200 years.
Yeah.
So they kick Yale and those guys out because there wasn't, we didn't have teams.
No, it wasn't really.
So I find this list interesting. Obviously, Alabama. I think it would be hard for anybody to say that they haven't been the best, but they did. They went through a heck of a rough patch. I mean, they weren't even talked about when I was playing at all whatsoever that I can remember. It's interesting to me. Miami's not on there, but Miami was really kind of that 90s, early 2000s. Florida not on this list with Tim Tebow and what they did down there, but then they had, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm glad Nebraska's on this list, and at the same point, I'm like, do we deserve to be on this list? I mean, we haven't done really anything since playing in the national championship game in 2001. We haven't had any, very much success the last 20 years. It feels like. But you can't take away what we have accomplished, in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And that's awesome that we're on this list. But I'm hoping that we, over the course of the next 10 years, 20 years, that we can move up on this list if our coaching staff stays intact and we can start doing some consistent things. But obviously with the transfer portal and all that stuff, it's madness. I just don't see this list changing a whole lot. Like you said, Penn State not on there. Like, I think
that's
Penn State's
interesting.
probably better than LSU, right? And you could even, I don't know. But they haven't done really anything lately, right?
No.
LSU did win, convincingly with Joe Burrow, but like I can't remember.
And they got
done.
they got Brian Kelly, and they just kind of. I mean, they had a good year. Like you look back when Jaden Daniels won the Heisman, that was a really good team. Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr. It's a great team, and they went 8-5.
Yeah, right.
They went 8-5 and ended up in the ReliaQuest Bowl, which they won, but against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But that's a good team to not go on to make a college football playoff appearance. And maybe it's a different now with the 12-team playoff, but 8-5 doesn't get you in the playoff. But
no. And they'll say, well, we play in the SEC, whatever. We play in the Big Ten. I think it's, at this point, similar, if not the same, So, yeah, that's cool. I just thought it came up on my feed. I'm like, we have to talk about that. So, Super Bowl predictions.
Very
I'm taking the Chiefs. I think it's going to be close. It's going to come down to, another Magic Mahomes moment. I know you Chief haters out there are just dreading that, but all of us Chief fans know it's probably gonna happen, and y'all are gonna have to deal with it. So, and if they lose, we'll cheer for the Eagles, and even if the refs cost us the game, we won't blame the refs. Like y'all blame the refs for all of our wins or all of their wins. So, I'm gonna throw out a score. I'm gonna say 28-27. It's gonna be a missed extra point or something stupid. Like you get paid millions of dollars to kick a ball through the dang things, kick it through there, but hopefully it's not on the Chiefs side and it's on the Eagles side, and the Chiefs win 28-27. It's the biggest betting day of the year, so I'm taking heads on the coin toss.
Heads.
It's the only thing that I'll give
my
away
favorite
on
one
what
is the over under on the national anthem time. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, on the time. Yeah. So halftime show, all the commercial, $8 million for a commercial, Jackson.
That's it keeps going up every year.
We're in the wrong business. We're in the wrong business.
No kidding.
$8 million for 30 seconds. Talk about an indecent proposal, I guess. That's crazy.
I mean, the viewership is pretty crazy on Super Bowl Sunday, so I can understand it to a point. But.
You get a lot of eyes on it, but at the same point, you get so many people that are just watching it to watch the commercials and not the game, and I get that. Especially since there's so many Chief haters out there. I love it. When you've arrived when you got all the haters. So I always tell that if somebody's not hating on you, then you're not doing something right, because that's when you kind of arrived. So, but yeah, so awesome. We are going to get in and watch some high school girls district wrestling today. Going to watch some high school state duels on the phone. And good luck to all the girls and the guys out there wrestling today. Go out, be great. Appreciate you guys joining us for the Power Hour. Thanks for working me in earlier. Ticket, that's awesome. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Grateful for the opportunity. Jackson, you're awesome. Thanks for co-hosting. And
of course.
Pressing all the buttons, all that good stuff.
Pressing all the buttons.
I can't do that. I just show up and look pretty and talk. So
I learn more every day.
Well, we're learning together. So I've only been doing this a couple months, and I'm excited for wrestling to get done. It'll settle down my weekends a little bit. I'll actually be able to come in the studio. I always think it's better when I'm in studio. So I'm in there with the captain shows on Wednesdays from 1 to 3 now. They changed the time, so check that out. It's always interesting with Rashawn and Terrell. We get into some crazy topics, and Bach's a lot of fun to work with. But yeah, that's what we got this week on the Power Hour. We'll be back next Saturday. I probably might come in studio next Saturday. So
hey,
we'll see what my schedule kind of looks like, and we'll go from there. So guys, have a great weekend. God bless, much love, and peace out.
Ready to spruce up your space? No matter what project is on your list, you can check it off at the Nebraska Builders Home and Garden Show, February 7th through the 9th at the Sandhills Global Event Center. With over 200 businesses under one roof, you'll find the latest in home innovations and experts to handle your dream projects. Admission is just $10, and children 12 and under are free. For more information, visit the Home and Garden Show online at hbal.org.
Cupid, the messenger of love. Psst, that guy is totally undependable. This Valentine's Day, choose Petal Creations as your personal messenger of love. From